comparing compression and decompression. So you can compare different types of compression and decompression algorithm. Okay. So whatever the algorithm you choose, you can just compare the types of them. Right, absolutely. Types matra algorithm types or matra compare garne ho. It's not that ki you have to always stick with around the brute force. It's not like that, right? For example, searching को आपने types होला अनि let's say encryption का आपने types होला, decompression का आपने various types of algorithm होला. So you can just take one particular example and you can compare the types of the algorithm for performing that work. So let me just summarize you this all stuff again. The first thing that you need to do here is define an algorithm using different types of sources. Define an algorithm using different types of sources. So do you understand what is sources mean? So sources mean you could be having websites, books, journals, articles, whatever you think you want to have. You can have a definition of algorithm using different sources. Then what it tells you is you will need to explain what an algorithm is with examples of their use, comparing their efficiency against the brute forcing. Actually, this is just an example, and how it will. Okay, I'm not come back to this. Comparing their efficiency against the brute forcing. So it's not that you have to compare it only with the brute forcing. So it's not only that you can even compare the efficiencies, and in some cases you might not be able to compare, but you can take an example. For example, you can take any example of algorithm. For example, you may take compression and decompression algorithm. You can compare searching algorithm. Encryption and decryption algorithm. You can also take a brute force algorithm. The algorithm that will repeat itself to do some work till you don't achieve the thing, like password cracking. So you just keep on trying. So you can take any example. You can take a type of example. So you can compare among the types of the algorithm. For example, you may be having different types of comparison and decompression algorithm. So you can explain it here. You could be having different types of brute force algorithm. You could explain it here. So it depends what algorithm you are choosing, and then you can explain it in a form of a table. That's it. So are we clear with this, everyone? Comparing the algorithm. Yeah, Milan, you have to describe only one of them, not all. Okay, you have to describe only one, not all. You can choose one, and you can just compare the types of that algorithm. That is what you need to do. So, did you get my point, everyone, or do you think still you have a problem here? Because this is only the point where there are lots of confusions. So if you understand, write yes. If you still do not understand, write no. So Amrit has written yes. Kaushal yes. Lapsan, are you still confused? Milan, no. Sylvia, no. Who is this Richard Martin? Can I have a name for Richard Martin, please? Okay, so still many of you are confused here. So let us see this again. So again, I am telling you. For example, there are many algorithms. Okay, so do you agree there are many algorithms? So just write yes. You agree there are many algorithms. So can you choose any one algorithm? Can you choose one algorithm? You can choose any algorithm. You are free to choose any algorithm. Okay. So you can choose any algorithm, and that algorithm will have a different types. Do you agree on that? Do you agree on that type of? For example, let's say if I have to do encryption and decryption, do you think there is only one method to do that, or there are multiple ways to do that? For example, if I have to make a search operation, so do you think there is only one method, or there are multiple ways of doing that? What do you think? There are multiple ways, right? Absolutely. There are multiple ways of doing the same thing. For example, even if you talk about a brute force algorithm, so do you think how many types of brute force algorithm will be there? There might be many, isn't it? There might be many types of brute force algorithm. There might be many encryption or decryption algorithm. There might be many searching algorithm. There might be many compression and decompression algorithm. So do you agree on that, everyone? Do you agree on that? There might be many types of algorithm. Right. For example, I take a searching algorithm. So if I take a searching algorithm, so there might be different types of searching algorithm or not. For example, there might be different types of searching algorithm or not. So there might be different types of searching algorithm. So let us say I could be having, let's say for example, searching. So I have linear search, binary search, jump search, interpolation search. So let's say I take a few one. I take a linear search. I take a binary search. I take a jump search. I can take a exponential search or interpolation search. This is just an example. So I took four algorithms. Okay, I took four types of search algorithms. So do you understand this, everyone? Do you understand this now? Yes. So can I explain what is linear search here? Can I explain what is linear search here? Can I explain? Yes. Can I explain where it is used? Just for example, if I have to explain where it is used, can I explain where it is used? Yes. Let us say I have to make a search. So can I tell how much average time will it take for a linear search to make a search operation? Can I find out that? If you just Google, you can find it out. So this is what I need to do exactly here, everyone. This is what I need to do here. So do you get my point now, everyone? Or still you think you have a confusion here? Do you have a confusion? You don't have to. We don't have to describe about searching algorithm. You can take any algorithm you want, Milan. I am not talking about search. I have just taken this for an example. You can take any example you want. Pooja, you can have your question. Milan, am I clear to you? Villain, did I answer your question or not? Pooja, there might be different types of brute force algorithm. For example, let us say if you just if you take brute force, you don't have to take any other algorithm. No, just take one and just explain it. So if you just search, you can see there are different types of graph, dynamic programming, sorting. I think this is not. But if you can just you can find out different types of brute force algorithm and you can just explain them. So do you get my point, everyone? Yes, you can. You can take anyone. At least two things should be there to explain or to compare. At least there should be two examples to compare. Milan Dhakal is asking me types of point mark describe only. Okay, what is this? Can you explain it? So that has to be in the form of a table. If you want to compare, then that has to be in the form of a table. That's it. What we have to write. That is what we have to write. Actually, that has to be in a table of even if you want to make a comparisons, then that has to be in the form of a table. So you can explain that in a point or whatever you want, but that has to be in the tabular form. So do you have to Kaushal has a question, do you have to design the presentation or just text is enough? No, you may design it. You may design your presentation so that would look better. Okay, you can design a presentation so that would look better. Make it more interactive. Kaushal. So did I answer your question, Kaushal? Okay. Any one of you, do you have any question on this now? Anyone? Anyone has a question here? Okay, no question from Lapsin. Anybody has a confusion here now? Okay, Pooja, no question. Anybody has a question, then please raise your question again. Somebody is coming now. What you will understand? Sal. So Aryan has no question now. So rest of you have a question. We learn we have to choose one algorithm and then we can explain the types of algorithm of one. Then compare the types of one algorithm. Anybody else has a question here? Okay, so I think it's clear now, right? So rest of the things, they are not really difficult, they are easy. But still you have a confusion here, and now it may be a question like how it will relate to the application. Okay, application development process down to the implementation in a suitable language. So this is again something, as I told you last time, application development process, we'll have to explain it here. So application process development, again you can write a separate topic. You already know, as I told you, this would be again planning, requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, maintenance. So this is your application development process. Alright, so this is the application development process here, everyone. So do you have any question on this? No. Option, you don't need to describe model. No. You don't need to describe model. Don't do that. Okay, don't do that because that is completely a part of SDLC processes. That will move into a different direction. We do not want to have that heavy things for this right now. Okay, so do not go on that side. Yes, Milan, this is what I am telling you. That has to follow SDLC process. Any question from anyone in this group now on this application development process? Somebody, Amrit, phase or no, Amrit, you don't have to explain any phases. You simply take this point and explain them only. No need to explain anything other than this. No need to do at all. This is SDLC. This is a small part of SDLC actually. Om, that's a small part of SDLC. Nikita, did you understand or did you not understand? So see, planning is all about something that will happen whenever you want to build a software, isn't it? For example, whenever you start building a software, then you make a planning first. You just see what is the client requirement and what will be the, do you have enough manpower or not, do you have enough budget or not, is my project legally feasible or not. Okay, if it is feasible, then okay, so these are all planning phases. Requirement analysis means now you just go to the client, you take his requirement and you just make the list of requirement that he has, and once the requirements are clear, then you go to the client, you sign the document, and that's the requirement analysis. I'm just telling it briefly, everyone. Design means now you write an algorithm, pseudocode, flowchart, that comes under design. Implementation means like you start developing a software, that's implementation. Testing means again you test the developed software, that's it. Maintenance means whatever the software is developed, you need to maintain the developed software, that's it. Nothing more than that. Milan, I don't get you. What you are telling me? First, we need to explain application development, and then it's what does that mean? You simply need to explain this stuff. Nothing more than that. Planning, requirement analysis, design, implementation, testing, and maintenance. That's it. Under application development process. Nothing more than that. Pooja, am I clear to you now? So this is all about the application development process. Now, Milan is asking me, we don't need to describe what is the definition and it's important. What is the meaning of that? I'm telling you, just you need to explain them. And whenever you explain, you can explain the importance and everything. So what are these actually, Milan? What are these? If you are explaining about application development, what are these then? These are application development process. This is what you have to explain. Now let's say down to the implementation in a suitable language. So what does this mean here? This means And if you look into your below part, so this is determining the steps taken from writing code to the execution, examining the and implementation algorithm in a suitable language, evaluating relationship between the written algorithm and the code variant. So let's say what does this two means? So here we have somewhere here. Okay. So okay. Application down to the implementation in a suitable language. So there are couple of things here, everyone. So one thing is, how do you implement applications? For example, how do you determine the steps in writing from the code to the execution? How do you execute your code? And how do you implement the programming language? How do you implement the algorithm with respect to the programming language? So here are a couple of things that you'll have to do here, everyone. So here, let me just explain you this one. Down to the implementation in a suitable language. So for this, what you need to do is, you need to explain how your high-level code is converted to a machine-level code. So here you may explain about the high-level language. So okay, high level, low level, and machine level language, and how is the conversion made? So the conversions are made through, let's say, compiler, interpreter, assembler, and so on. So this is what you need to explain about one part, writing from the code to the execution. This is how you can write the code from this is the step from writing a code to the execution level. So this is what you need to explain here. Yeah, option, that's even a preprocessor. Whatever you think that's suitable, you just mention everything. Whatever I remembered, I just put it over here. Okay. So there may be preprocessor, there may be something, whatever, there may be something else. So just remember them and then just try to explain how high level code they are converting into the low level code. Yeah, linker. Yeah, absolutely. There's linker, interpret. There are so many. I don't remember everything. So you can find them out and then you can also tell others, right, about this all stuff. And once this is done, now how your code is variant upon the suitable programming language. So there is one thing more here, everyone. Implementation of actually this is the implementation of a algorithm in a suitable language. Implementation of an algorithm in a suitable language. So here, if you look into this is the distance time. Examine the implementation of algorithm in a suitable language. Evaluate the relationship between the written algorithm, and the code variant. So what does this mean? This means, for example, you write an algorithm. For example. But how do you implement them in a various programming languages? Okay, how do you present them implement them in the programming languages? So this means, again, you need to have, let's say, you could be having one algorithm for addition. So in which you might just read AB You might find sum equals to a plus b, and you might print sum. So this could be your algorithm. Am I clear to everyone? So this could be your algorithm. Now, how would you be able to implement this algorithm using a different programming languages? So let me take a table. So let's say this could be C, C++, C Sharp, Java, and there could be Python. So how would you be implementing this algorithm? For example, if I have to read A, B, then what do you do here? First of all, you define integer A, B, then you define, you may have to write a print F, enter A, enter B, whatever. So what is the syntax to convert this algorithm into a code? So this you have to explain in a table, and then you need to explain it. You need to explain this table. For example, when the program call, when an algorithm for reading a two numbers is executed by using C programming language, uh, first of all, the variables are defined by using integer a comma b, and then they are read by using a printf command, and they are stored in the memory by using a scanf command, or something like that. Whatever is possible, you need to explain the process here. There could be scanf command, whereas in C++ this is done this way, whereas in C# this is done this way, whereas in Java this is done this way, whereas in Python this is done this way. So having compared through this all, it seems that the Python is the one of the most very simpler languages and all, whereas Java code seems to be a bit longer, C# also seems to be a bit longer. So this is how you can explain them, everyone. You need to write them in a table, and you need to explain this table, comparing the implementation of a algorithm into a different programming languages. Suyas has a question. Do you have to explain every process and intermediate? Yeah, Suyas, you have to. You have to. You can. You can do that, Suyas. So, are you clear with this, everyone? This part. Huza, yes. What about others? Can you make a very quick information? Yes. Okay, yes. So this completes a part one, everybody. So this completes a part one. Om has still a problem now. Lobson, can you please help Om to understand this now? Because I'm not feeling that really, then I'm not in a good condition to explain time and again. Do you have any? Sorry. So, do you have any question, anyone? So there is nothing about compression and decompression here, Ritik. Just make a very small algorithm. Just try to explain with the help of very small code. Don't make a very big algorithm here. Write a very small algorithm and just try to explain that by help of different types of programming languages. Don't write a very big complex algorithm. In this, for the first task you can do that, but here don't do that. It's funny. Quit towel. Am I clear to you, Ritik? Okay. के हुन्छ ल दुईटा कफी लगाउँछ I'm sorry everybody. Actually these days I'm not feeling fine. Milan, you can take some of the programming languages, not all. You can consider minimum of 3 to 4 or maximum 5. So does that make a sense to you, Milan? So yes, you don't need to include library. You don't need to include library. Even if you want to include, you can include the library and you can explain. You can explain. If you want to include, you can include, and you can explain why have you defined the library. Okay, so you need to explain them. For example, you may see this task. This is a distinction level of task. This tells you evaluate the relationship between the written algorithm and the code variant. So how your algorithm is variant with the code. So you need to evaluate them, and the best way is to just give an example and then explain it with reference to the example. So is that clear to you now, everyone? Are you clear with this stuff? सबैले बुझ्यो? अब सबैले गर्न सक्छ यो? Can you do it now? Kaushal is asking me the last part. So last part is nothing, Kaushal. Thus you have to have a different programming language. You just need to write a very simple algorithm and implement this algorithm in the choice of your programming language, and just try to explain that. Yes. After what can you just mention, Kaushal? Can you mention about what actually you want me to explain? So this is the relation between code and algorithm. This is the algorithm and this is the code. Villain, I don't know what are you asking me. With only one up programming, what does that mean? So Kaushal, so again this is the relationship. You write a code and you write an algorithm, you write the code. So you just relate your algorithm with the code. That's it. Nothing more than that. Yeah, Kaushal. In explanation, you can explain what is the relation between the code and what is the relation with the algorithm and the code in a different language. Okay, so there you need to make an explanation. Right. Oh, absolutely. Read AB भनेको अझ INT AB पनि हैन जस्तो कि C# मा के हुन्थ्यो भन्दाखेरि हामीले यो गर्थ्यौं नि read भनेको के हो read भनेको we just used to let's say integer a equals to console.readline अथवा integer.parse console.readline हुन्थ्यो त्यो console.readline हुन्थ्यो नि हैन एक्चुअली this read AB भनेको a यसले read गर्यो B is read something like integer.parse console.readline. So this is how you read B. So this is read AB. So sum कसरी निकाल्थ्यौं हामीले integer sum equals to a plus b निकाल्थ्यौं हामीले यसरी a plus b अनि प्रिन्ट कसरी गर्थ्यौं console.writeline write like sum. So did you get my point, Pooja? Were you asking me the question? And as I think Suez told, do you need to define a library file? Yes, you can define library file. For example, you need to define using system, something like that. You can explain why you are defining system here. Why do you need to put here using system? Okay. Okay. Thank you, Pooja. Kaushal, is that clear to you now? Yeah. Vishal, Vinayak, efficiencies of the algorithm it's like I have already told you what is this algorithm, how much time it takes, and that's it. That's efficiency. And you may find out which algorithm has a faster operation. That's it. Nothing more than that. Yes, absolutely. Kaushal, you don't need to include a report now. I will guide you on how to write a report, then we will only present a report. Milan has a question. Table बनाना Coursera algorithm को types को describe करता है. I've already explained you, Milan. Whenever you want to compare, you need to have a table. And better explain the table. You need to also explain the table. Okay. Anyway, if you still have a question, just post your question here. Anyone? Do you have any more question? Anyone? Or are you clear with the stuff? Okay, then even if you have a problem, then you can just message me, and whenever I feel that I have a time, I'll get back to you on that. So again, I'll get back to you for a report. I'll just let you know the time for writing report later on. But before that, make sure that your presentation is ready. Okay, your presentation is ready, everyone. Okay, then see you tomorrow. See you again later, everyone. Yes. Ah. Ah. Oh. Oh. Here you have to explain point wise. Here. यहाँ लेख्ने जस्तो कि what is this algorithm, what is this algorithm, what is this algorithm, what is this algorithm, यसले कति टाइम लाग्छ, यसको कति टाइम लाग्छ, यसको कति टाइम लाग्छ, यसको कति टाइम लाग्छ, यो कहाँ युज हुन्छ कसरी युज यस धेरै ठुलो हुँदैन in one slide you can make it all happen your maximum time will be 10 to 15 minutes yes just manage the time कस्तो introduction yes you need to have okay then everybody okay then we'll stop for today and then I'll continue I, I will let you know for the next session again before that make sure that you complete your presentations okay and I'll see you later again हजुर okay I'm ending today's session now the video I'll upload it somewhere and I'll let you know right